Can the Kingdom of Rohan answer the call in historic Brawl? Well, we're about to find out. This is my The Horse Lords deck, led by Theoden, King of Rohan. For a red and a white, you get a 2/3 human noble that says whenever it or another human enters the battlefield in your control, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. So every time we play a human or a human comes into play, we can start parceling out double strike. So things that create tokens for us are very, very dangerous for our opponents. So let's take a look at the rest of the deck. Usual breakdown, we have protection in the first column, things that make things indestructible, blink things out of play, make things hexproof. Have a pile of removal in the second column, including one very flavorful addition from an older set, Ride Down. This card is actually done very well for me. You destroy a blocking creature that gets targeted, and then the creatures that were blocked by it gain trample, so then the damage just goes through because there's no more blocking there. The creature's gone. So if you have a big enough creature with double strike and you just ride down, so then they have double strike trample, so they just come flying through and smash face. And then we have a couple mana rocks, a few card drawing spells, a pile of equipment that I felt like the Horse Lords of Rohan would actually wield in combat. So we have things like bone splitters and two-handed axes, and then I included some other stuff that's just from Lord of the Rings, like Barrow Blade, and we also have the Trailblazers Boots edition with Lorien Brooch, and then I have Mithril Coat, which kind of takes opponents by surprise if they try to kill our legendary creatures. We can just flash this in and protect our stuff from dying. And then we have our ways of making our humans better with things like Flowering of the White Tree. We also have Sanctuary Lockdown because this is a Humans Matter deck. We also have Rising of the Day. It makes our legendary creatures bigger and gives all our stuff haste. We have Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin, because this is on theme with the Kingdom of Rohan, but it also does very good with giving us a ring temp trigger, and it lets us have vigilance and just spreads counters out. It's just a good card all around. Then we have Vanquisher's Banner. You name humans, they get +1/+1, and then whenever you cast a human, you draw a card. And then, speaking of the humans, this whole long column is nothing but humans in the deck. We have all of the Riders of Rohan stuff that came from the Lord of the Rings set. We also have some stuff that showed up in the pre-con that we already had editions of, things like Combat Celebrant. We're also using some things I recommended for the upgrade stuff. We have things like Cemetery Protector, so we can kind of get a hold of stuff and make human tokens. We have Aemir, Marshal of Rohan, to give us extra combats if our stuff dies in combat. Eowyn can eat away stuff and give us protection to punch through damage. Victory's Envoy allows us to put counters across the board as long as it's there for the beginning of our next upkeep. We just spread the counters around. There's a bunch of good humans in the game, so it's like pick and choose the ones that you like best. Then we have things that generate human tokens. Some of my favorites are in here. I love Rally at the Hornburg. This card is so good, and most games when I cast it, I actually cast it on turn 2 and just truck on through my opponents. It's just great. And then we have Quarrel's End. You ditch a card, create a human, and draw 2 cards. Horn of Gondor is so good with that and around. You create a human when it comes in, then you pay 3 and create X humans, where it's the number of humans that you already control. So if you control 5 humans, you create 5 more, and then you can give 5 creatures double strike off of Theoden's trigger. So basically the 5 that are not summoning sick, you're just like, yeah, you're going to get double strike. So it's really good. And then I like Heroic and Reinforcements. You create 2 soldiers. They're not humans, but it doesn't matter. And then creatures you control gain haste and +1/+1. So it gives you a temporary boost for your field and gives them haste at the same time. And then the last column is just the I don't have a category for it type thing. Crash Through is so good in this deck. There's times where you're just like, I can't get damage through because they've got a wall of creatures, but you've been bolstering your stuff up with counters. You've been, playing your anthem effects, whatever. Well, Crash Through makes sure that stuff gets through finally. And then we have Gimli's Fury to let one of our creatures get through. If it's legendary, it gets Trample. Fire of Orthanc also allows us to get through because it just makes it so their creatures without flying can't block this turn, which most creatures don't have flying unless you have a flying dedicated deck. So you're able to blow up a land or an artifact that they have and then just fly on through and smash them in the teeth. And then I'm including Shadowfax here because it fits the colors and the theme of the deck, and we get to put something into play for free, and it's just a fun card. And then we have our usual Boros land themes. We have our red-white lands of all sorts. Command Tower, Forsaken Crossroads for the multicolored lands. And then I have 1 copy of Minas Tirith in here. It matches, the Lord of the Rings stuff. It lets us draw cards as long as we're attacking, which is what this deck wants to do anyways. So that's the deck in a nutshell, and we'll talk about it after the gameplay. The Watcher in the Water. I have to look because I can't remember what that card does. Oh, that's the one with all the stun counters on it. Okay, I was like, what is that card? Alright, we're going to do this on white because of the double white in Lost to Legend. Wow. Okay. I was like, what is that card? I think my brain is broke. I just got, like, my face melted by a, what is that? Gishath attack. Yeah, see, I can't even talk right now. Gishath Sun's avatar, just, I had them dead to rights, and they'd use a Teferi's protection, and I'm just like, and then it just hit me one time with Gishath, and it was, whoop, goodbye. Oh, hey, look, something to tuck. Yeah, please hit me. I mean, what do I do with that? Did not get a land, so that does not help. Playing that is not... we'll go ahead and take a dinger for that. We're going to go ahead and play that. I mean, it doesn't do anything for us other than sit there and look pretty, but, you know. Yeah, and that's where I just do this. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't draw any cards. Yeah, you got to put the burden counter in there, and then you draw the cards equal to the burden counters, which, if it's not there, you don't draw anything. Alright, so let's drop that. Yeah, let's just go with it. And, Siege Veteran and Knight of Grace can get the counters. Because I figured the 2/2 is going to block the double striking 3/3. That does more damage than the other one. But, okay. Oh, what? Okay. You son of a... Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the hasty guy. And we're going to go ahead and put a counter on the Siege Veteran. So we just have a bunch of 4/4s that are just going to come crashing in. It's like, whatever, here we come. I get to put my commander back to post, which is good, because then I can recast it next turn. Oh, hey, look, it's back. So attacking is not going to do me any good this turn. It's whatever. Alright, so... Sunset Revelry is a dead card right now. I think we're just going to... I think we're just going to play Rising of the Day. Simply for its ability to give any creatures we play haste after this point. And then I guess we'll go ahead and play Dawn of a New Age. And I'm going to put a counter on... I'll put it on Aemir. Because if they somehow come up with a way to destroy my creatures, at least then I'm going to get the soldiers in replacement. Because they could be running the phasing of Zalfir with the read ahead, destroy all the stuff. So that would break some of the parity there. Well, now Sunset Revelry has got something going for it. I really need my Fires of Orthonk, though, just to kind of punch through. Alright, so they got that. How does this work anyways? When you draw a card during an opponent's turn, put a tentacle creature out. Okay. And whenever a tentacle dies, untap a oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Okay. So... I guess in this case, we're just going to drop Theoden. Wow. I am getting stun countered into the ground right now. Alright, you can get the double strike. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and give it the counter too, so it's also another 4 toughness, 4 power creature. Yeah, we're just gonna keep swinging. We have no choice. We need to start chewing through all these tentacles. All right. Wow, so the tentacles die, then I put stun counters on all my stuff. God, that is annoying as crap. Of course, I guess I shouldn't expect anything less from mono friggin' blue than other to be annoying. So yeah, my board is all locked up right now. And this is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get a counter ripped off of that. So yeah, that's a thing. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Brand's not going to do me any good because everything is locked up right now with either stun counters or the old way that it would just tap your stuff and it wouldn't untap. They now have more creatures and they have more cards, so I'm going to go ahead and just do Sunset Revelry. Just a strike. I kind of like that. All right. We'll give them both their own double striking shenanigans. And we'll go ahead and put a counter on one of them. So that way that one is not blockable by the thing in the ice. Wow. So many tentacles. Alright, so what do we do with that? It's like, I could smack them and then they would just block and lock stuff up, so I'm not gonna do that. I have the Justice Strike if I need it. I need to like keep things rolling with having like Urkenbrand around. Oh, I don't think so. I think I'm killing that in response. Like, yeah, no. So yeah, their deck is all about the sea monsters. And we still have enough room to protect our stuff, too. So everybody but Eomer is now eligible to come... to come untapped thanks to the counters. Yeah, you can just fling all of them at that invasion. I don't care. And I'll take the damage because I've gained enough life to kind of pad myself out. That's a little weird. Not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Because I'm not blocking the stuff because I don't want to lock in my stuff down. Because these are krakens. Blech. Can't talk right now. Non-creature spells have convoke. Ew, that's gross. I would like to buy one of my, like, big removal spells. That would be nice. Alright. Hallowblade, you're not it. Because we can do Erkenbrand and play the seasoned Hallowblade. That only gives us 2 double strikers, and then they can just start freezing our stuff back down. So I think we're going to go ahead and sacrifice the Mind Stone. We need to dig up an answer here because, yeah, I'm not getting there. Let's go ahead and discard the land. Dig a little deeper here. Ooh, now that. That wins us games. So now it's Erkenbrand. What? Theoden. And give him the counter, and then we're just going all in. They will not be able to survive this, like, at all. Even if they bounce one creature, there's no way to survive in this. Because the trample just carries through all the 1/1s, and it's going to hit twice. This is like all of my creatures are carrying a, what is that, Ember Cleave, just twice. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can stick 4 or 5 creatures in front of that thing. It's going to cleave through all of them and then truck on through and hit you in the face. That's why I absolutely love that card in this deck, because if you get in a board stall like this, this is a way to break the board stall. It's like we were having trouble punching through. Well, here comes the counter punch. Like, Erkenbrand is the only one who didn't get that, because I got a little excited and cast it early. Oh, you're at 1. Okay. Well, those die. Now they carry on through. Because even if the blockers all die, then there's nothing to absorb the second hit off the double strike, and they're just going to get flattened. So Theoden's just going to come flying through here. And I was wrong. It's not that they all have, like, Ember Cleaves. It's just that Theoden is going to come crunching through. Well, bye, Mono Blue. Not sorry. Tom Bombadil. That deck can be really nasty depending on what happens. This hand is not it, though. This hand's a little better. We'll go ahead and keep this. Alright, so go ahead and pass. Probably should have played the red so this didn't hold priority. Because now we gotta click through all these priority triggers and whatnot. since we're shorter on lands, we'll go ahead and play the ambitious farmhand first. Take action. Give me plains. So that ensures we're getting that third land drop. Rally at the Hornburg was a consideration, but the farmhand was the better play. Alright, so let's do the plains. I think at this point, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, go away. Shoo shoo. And then we'll go ahead and play the bone splitter. Yeah, we'll get rid of the clock. It's something that's kind of dangerous, and I don't like seeing it across the board, because if they reload their hand, it's kind of scary. Alright, let's see. Creatures you don't control get -2. Okay, so that's not a static. They had to be on the board when the modifier went off. So that's good. Well. I guess let's just drop Theoden. We'll give that the double strike, and we'll just equip it. And no attacks. So that gives us a 3 and a 2. We could, if we get another mana, we could play Rally at the Hornburg, get 2 1/1s, and be able to flip the farmhand, and also give 2 things double strike. I just wish I had something else to go with the Shadowfax. Alright, so it's still a legendary creature, so Gimli's Fury can give it the trampling effect. So that is good there. I'll take the hit. Alright, so let's do Rally. And let's just go flying at their face. And I'm just gonna pop off some stuff to get some extra damage through, because they've been gaining life. We need to tamp that down before they get too far out of control. Alright, so we have Vanquish the Horde available. Oh, I wish I had a way to just make my stuff indestructible. I think I'm gonna play Dawn of the New Age. And then I can't do the Coven flip because I lost the 2-power creature I needed for that. Not swing into that. We'll just leave the Surge of Salvation alone, because it still gives me the ability to gain hexproof and put hexproof on stuff. I wish I had that available when Theoden was sitting there, and got frogged. Alright, so we're just going to Surge. They'll give my creature hexproof. It's like, your fight spell? No. I don't like that. How does she work again? Becomes blocked. Alright, I'm just gonna take the hit. Alright, Mithril Coat is interesting. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything because it would still leave a Frogified Theoden on the board. So I think the play is just to swing with everything and then just wipe the board, because these two big things are just irritating me. Let's see if they have a counter in their hand. There's all this hold up, so it could be now. Must be I'm betting card draw. End turn. We'll leave Mithril Coat in hand for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I need 8 to do that with whatever I have. I'm wishing I could draw something like good. Okay, they just said an offer you can't refuse. So we know that they have that either on the top of the deck or somewhere in that range. So let's drop Shadowfax. Okay. They chose the card name. That was very strange. Like, I don't know about that. Unfortunately, that does reveal that we don't have anything in hand, like anything good. But I'm gonna keep Smite the Deathless up and the Mithril Coat, just depending on what they have going on. I could have put the Bone Splitter and got a couple more damage in there, but it wasn't worth what was going on. Like, they're severely lacking in red mana for whatever reason. All right, and this is why we sit here and wait on the Mithril Coat. No Wrath of God. All right. So, unfortunately, Smite the Deathless does not punch through that. As irritating as that is. Okay. So, yeah, we're just going to drop Theoden, and I'm going to give the horse double strike. And, yeah, we're just going to go trucking on through. They have to block it. I mean, well, they don't have to. They could take it and go to 1. So, yeah, we're just going to sit on this. So I have Smite the Deathless for a blocker, or Unbreakable Formation if they have another Wrath effect. Alright. Oh, this... I smell a rat. I'm only attacking with Theoden. That's a no. I was thinking of, what the hell is it? My brain just went to crap all of a sudden. Settle the Wreckage. I was like, yeah, that would be a big blowout on my part. Okay. Whew. Got through that. I was like, okay, when is Tom Bombadil gonna go off? Yarok. Alright. Yeah, we'll give this a whirl. We'll go ahead and shock ourselves. We'll do the Forever Champion. Smack him with that. Probably Bone Splitter equip next turn. Oh, shoot. That was dumb of me. My name is dumb. I was supposed to equip that. This is why I'm getting tired and I'm making mistakes. Oh, that sucks. They took 2 lands out. We're gonna drop the crash through. Alright. Yeah, I've cost myself a ton of damage here. Losing that extra 2 damage kind of sucks. They should be down to 13 off of that. Flashbag Marauder, you say? Yeah, the champion can die. Let's drop. I'm actually just gonna equip Theoden and keep Justice Strike and Mithril Coat available. Because if they have a destruction spell, then I can just flash in the coat. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. If that's all they got, it's Justice Striking time. Alright, so let's do, if I do that, it deals 5, 10. I think I like Rising of the Day while they're tapped down. Because then next turn I can get Erkenbrand down. Now this leaves Theoden open. So. Ooh, and it gives Trample. Oh, I need a cheaper creature though. God bless. Alright, let's see if we can bait them into double blocking. Hello, bait, you took that hook, line, and sinker. Alright. Try this again. I need a cheap, like 1 or 2 mana human. Give him double strike, and then I'd have ride down to like just blast through whatever they have blocking. Yeah, that was much smoother than the last couple of games I've had. Shelob, I have yet to play against this, so this ought to be interesting because we got a lot of creatures for them to kill. So, I like this hand because we have Rally at the Hornburg in the opener. We also have Sunset Revelry, depending on how many spiders they spit out. Alright, so they're going to go search for a land. So we'll just go ahead and start with that. So depending on what they do here, we're either going to play the Rally or we're going to play... Okay, they didn't do that. So we're not doing Sunset. So we're just going to play Rally. We're going to come slamming in for 2. The nice part is we drew Heroic Reinforcements, so we can actually use the Heroic Reinforcements to pump our stuff up here in short order. I think... Okay, they played Arena, so Theoden is probably the play. Because of the Heroic Reinforcements. So we'll give that one double strike. We'll swing for 3. And then it just depends on what happens. We need to draw the 4th land in order to go ham, basically. If we don't, then our options are a little more limited. And a board wipe here would just suck so bad. Like, I don't know what we would do at that point. Because a Languish would just break our backs right now. No Languish? That's the one card that makes me just frightened. Alright. We get this. This be fun. If they don't kill Theoden, they're gonna get rocked. Oh my. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna come swinging. Wow. Okay, that works. That's it. Sorry to say, my board's a little bigger than yours. And I have a Smite the Deathless in hand too for any like smaller death touchers or whatever. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 5 through. We could also do. I'm just trying to think how to punch this damage, like just wholeheartedly through. I think it's Foreverant Champion. Put Double Strike on one of those guys, and then it's. I'm pretty sure it's Boromir. I was going to do Siege Veteran, but I don't think that's the play either. Let's put it over here, and then we're just going wide. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's lethal, because they had to block a 2 damage intake, and then still lethal. And this protects us from anything funky, so that worked out really nice. Didn't really get to see their deck, though. Elas, il-Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim. Alright. I have a mixed bag of wins and losses against that particular deck, so I guess we'll give this a whirl. Don't have a lot of creatures to work with, so to speak, here. We have Ambitious Farmhand on 2. I'm not big on this particular hand. Ooh, this is a better hand, though. I really like Eowyn, because you can exile their stuff. So, like, we're going to go Hopeful Initiate on 1, and then probably Barrow Blade on 2. Is probably the play I'm going to go with. Because it would give this +1/+1, and it could swing through the land in Vanguard. Day of Judgments is a good one too. So let's just go ahead and keep doing this. We're gonna do the Barrow Blade because I don't care about Elas, il-Kor, because she'll lose Death Touch if they block this. So that's the beautiful part about that one. Uh-oh. That's a problem, child. I don't know how much I'm going to invest in this board with that Hallowed Priest sitting there, because I might need to just launch that Day of Judgment. Oh, man. Wish I would have had that last turn. Alright, so I can't. I'm trying to think if I should swing or not. I think I'm just going to do this. I think I'm going to play Theoden. I'm going to give this Double Strike. I'm going to swing with it. They can block with the Hallowed Priest, but it'll die. We have Eowyn. I might use that as the exile on the Hallowed Priest. Because it doesn't do me much good to exile Elas, il-Kor, because it'll just go back to post. We'll go ahead and just no block that. So I'm thinking Eowyn on the Priest. Or, yeah, the Hallowed Priest. Yeah, and then we gain protection from white, which would protect against all of this. Plus, I can give, no, I want to give Eowyn the Double Strike. Eat that, and then swing. So now we have a 3/4 with the training ability. We got the 3/4 Double Striker. Yeah, whoa. Kind of surprised they didn't block Eowyn, to be honest. But, well, they couldn't because of the pro. Never mind. I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. It's because it's a legendary creature. They couldn't block it. So yeah. This is actually the first time I've used Eowyn, like, actually in the deck. I've never drawn it before. So, wedding announcement. Well, I have Cast into the Fire, so I can get rid of tokens if necessary. Let's see here. I am going to play Knight of Grace. We will give Eowyn the double strike. And then we're going to cast Rohirrim Lancer, and we're going to give Theoden the double strike. And we're just going to swing with the double strikers, because I don't care. They can't chump with Elas, and they could have chumped the... I guess I could have swung with the Hopeful, because then she would have lost the double strike. I kind of forgot about that. Or the Death Touch, I kind of forgot about that. But that's okay. And now I have a first striker to deal with her. She can't swing into me right now. Alright, we got a Hero's Downfall on Theoden, which is fine. We draw a land, we can recast it and truck through, so... I also have the removal. Okay, we didn't get the land, but I do have removal. 3, 2, 1. Shoot, we have a bunch of 3-power creatures, which really sucks. Alright, let's do the Ambitious Farmhand. Go get a Plains, just so we have a land drop. Play the land. Gonna play... It's like, do I want to... I think I need to do this before the wedding announcement flips over. Or actually, I think I need to do that at instant speed before the wedding announcement flips over. Because the last one, it creates that and then it flips. Shoot. I'm trying to think of the timing. I don't think I have good timing on this. If I kill that, there's so many things that can go wrong with this. I think I'm going to play Dawn of a New Age. Move to combat. We'll swing the first striker and the guy that makes them lose the abilities. Yeah, so Elas will lose her abilities because of the Barrow Blade, and it doesn't do anything. They don't gain the life. They don't death touch the initiate to death. That was my mistake last turn. I should have swung with that because I forgot about the Barrow Blade. So we have Smite the Deathless in hand, which is good. So if they replay blockers or they get other blockers, we can just start burning things out of the way. Alright, so they replayed Elas, they'll get a token, and that'll flip. And that's fine. I am just going to... up to 2 target creature. Okay, so I can't do 2 damage to 1 creature. That does not work. I think it's just kill her again and then swing. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I got enough to flip Ambitious Farmhand too. I can do the Coven ability. So I'm gonna have a bunch of 3-power creatures coming through here. So yeah, we're just gonna flip her over while we have the chance, and we're just trucking. Like, at worst, they can block the 2/2 with double strike, which is like, whatever. Well, honestly, I don't think they can do that anyway. Yeah, they I don't think they could do that anyways. One turn. I love Dawn of the New Age. I was kind of... like, I don't know if that's a good card or not, but it's actually pretty decent. The only caveat is you have to have an established board before you play it to get enough counters. Like, if you can't get, I would say, at least 3 counters on the thing, it's not worth playing. You gotta have at least 3 creatures out to get anything out of it. Because if you just play it to gain 4 life and have nothing else on the board, but maybe like 1 other creature, it's really not worth that kind of investment. You want the recurring draw. So yeah, we're just gonna go Theoden and put it on the guy they can't block and just go trucking to the face. And they're just gonna take it. It's the white flag of surrender. The first strike was enough to kill them, so... So I hope you enjoyed that. There was a lot of good games in there where I was just like flying through my opponents as quick as possible. There was other ones where I was kind of frustrated because I couldn't get the damage through. I think I need more ways of either granting trample or unblockables of my stuff. I also think I need more card draw so I can dig through the deck a little bit better to get my answers for things, because there's times where I would have a board full of stuff, but I would stall out because they just had a big wall of creatures I couldn't punch through, and eventually they got like a big flyer or something like that, and I just couldn't deal with it. So with that said, let me know what you think about the deck. Let me know what you think you would add to this, what you would take away from it, and I will see you guys in the next video.